Ciao, my name is Alessandro and today we're gonna be solving day 24 of our Exit Advent Calendar, The Missing Hollywood Star. This is going to be our last riddle for this series and it's coming to an end, but also Christmas is arriving, so that's good news, right? So today we're gonna be doing a couple of things. So first of all, of course, we're gonna be looking into day 24. Then I know I left you with a cliffhanger on day 23 on something that went wrong, and I'm gonna explain what went wrong after we solved day 24 so that you can understand what I meant yesterday. And it wasn't intentional, I don't wanna do cliffhangers, and I think I also kind of ruined the experience for me on day 24, but we'll check it out as we go. Also, at the end of the video, we're gonna check out what is the blue peel that we didn't open on day 12 because I'm obsessed by that. I just wanna check it out. So a lot of things today, a lot of things to check out, the conclusion of this journey, and let's start, I guess. Reminder that each day is kind of independent, so you don't need to watch the previous episodes to understand what happened today, but this is kind of the end of the journey, so if you wanna start from the beginning and watch all the previous episodes, I highly suggest you do that because it's a pretty cool game. So you're gonna find the playlist showing right now at the top right corner of the screen. You just click on that link and you're gonna find all the episodes. So now let's go ahead and check where we left off. So with day 24, we found the door in the back of the calendar, and let's see how do we go from there. And here we are, we left off more or less here. We found door number 24 and it says, well done, you have found room 24, stop, do not open. First read calendar sheet 24th of December in the storybook. So let's go ahead and do that. 24th of December, in true Truman style, you break through the back wall of the set and find yourself in yet another dark corridor. At its end, you vaguely recognize a heavy red curtain, but before you can reach it, a man dressed in black with glasses and a beige beret emerges from the darkness towards you. Terrific! We've got everything in a can, he calls out to you. The scene turned out great. Excuse me, you ask confused. Were you filming? He looks at you with amusement. Well, hello. Are you telling me you didn't notice all the micro cameras on the set ceilings? You're welcome to go back and take a look. And here's the image of the micro camera, I guess. He smiles at you, pats you on the shoulder and says, fantastic achievement really. You totally earned your reward, but you have to find it yourself. That will be your last task for today, I promise. You stare at the man, perplexed. Don't worry, he says, as soon as you get back we will explain everything to you. But first, get your reward. Come back when you have found it. I need to prepare a few things in the meantime. Oh yes, so it isn't too difficult, here's a little tip. There was this hilarious moment, it was the 6th scene recorded by our special cameras. There you stood, with both feet on your word the whole time, without suspecting even a tiny bit. Totally fabulous. With these words, the man spins on his heel and walks away laughing to himself. Start looking for your word now. You can only open door 24 when you have found it. Okay, so it's telling us to find micro cameras, and it says the 6th scene recorded by our special cameras. So we probably need to find this image 6 times, and then at the 6th scene we probably will find it. Let's look for the micro cameras, shall we? Okay, so I'm just gonna walk you through the rooms where we actually find the camera. Do you see it there on the ceiling? This is room number 3, the Ghostbusters one, and this is our first camera. Let's see where we find our 6th camera and how we can find what we're looking for. So, room 3, first camera. Room 4, Star Wars 1, we have the 2nd camera. In room 5, Love Actually, we find the 3rd camera, if you can see it on the top left corner. Always look at the ceiling, always look at the ceiling. So 3rd camera, 3 more to go. Room number 7, the Home Alone 1, we find our 4th camera, again, top left corner of the ceiling. 5th camera, it is in the Alice in Wonderland room, which is room number 8. We're getting closer, they're very close to each other, there's a lot of these micro cameras. And room number 9, the Back to the Future one, it is our 6th camera. It is insane that I never noticed this camera. In my videos I never mention these things, but they are a little bit everywhere. So these are 6 camera. So remember that it says it was the 6th scene recorded by our special cameras. There you stood with both feet on your award the whole time without suspecting even a tiny bit. Totally fabulous. So supposedly it is either at the bottom of room 9 or at the top of room 18. So let's remove these and we can look. I mean, there isn't. I know that some of these parts, yeah, see, like these folds here. What if I remove it? Is there something here? Aha, is this? Yeah, see, I know that some of these fold. I just didn't notice, and we got the award. Here it is. We got the award. So the instruction says that now we can open door 24 and look what's inside because we found the award. Let's open door 24 and let's find out. Okay, we're back with door 24 and now we can open it. If I manage, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but it's open. Okay, it says, with the award under your arm, you enter the 24th room. Blinding lights and thunderous applause await you. What's going on here? Now read the conclusion in the storybook. This is so confusing. You have absolutely no idea how confusing this is for me. And the reason why this is so confusing for me is that I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting something different. I think it's a good time for you to know what happened yesterday on day 23. I'm gonna explain you briefly and also leave a footage of exactly what I recorded yesterday on day 23 that then I didn't post in the actual video because I accidentally found the ending, the same ending that we found right now in day 23, and you're gonna see why that happened, and that's what it led me to actually read the solution for day 23, because I was like, I thought I was doing it correct, but I actually wasn't, so I actually spoiled a bunch of things for me, and I just wanted to make sure that what I was doing was correct. And then I read the solution and I was like, it wasn't. This was not the right way. But before I explain everything to you in words, let's just check out what happened. So, as you can see, this is here, right? This is here. Okay, and what happened on day 23 is that it was telling me, let me take it again. It was telling me, cutaway film set for Z, which I couldn't understand, but it's actually a 42, must go. Okay? So what happened is that I was like, the film set is what's inside here. And I tried to look around and I noticed that this part of the film set just removes, peels off. And there's another film set behind it, okay? So I'm not entirely sure why, but this has, like, I probably need to take this out, right? I think I can. This is complicated, guys, sorry. How do I? Is there something to take out here? I feel like there is, but it's not very easy to take out. Let's just, here we go, there is something. Hey. Oh god. I feel like we might. Oh, there's the other. Okay, it's out. Okay, it's out. With the award under your arm, you enter the 24th room. Blinding lights and thunderous applause awaits you. What's going on there? Now read the conclusion in the storybook. What? Why would I read the conclusion? This is day 23. There is something fishy here. So as you can see here, it also looks like a little bit like something to cut. So when I saw that and I saw that this would fold and behind it there was another set, I was like, this totally means that I need to like cut this off or like remove this, and that's what I did. I removed it. So here we go, let's remove it again. Here we go, day 2 of removing this thing, okay? And what happened is that this is exactly what's in the back of the door 24 that we found before. And this is exactly what it shows when you remove the door, okay? So basically, I just dismantled the game thinking I was doing the right thing, but I was really doing the wrong thing. So now you know what happened on day 23 of my journey, and it was pretty sad because I actually thought that was the legit solution. I read the whole conclusion. I went and checked out the blue pill because I thought that this was a consequence of the blue pill. So the blue pill would have led us to the door that we never opened, while this solution was like the intended solution if you actually check the red pill or something like that. But it wasn't, because then I checked the blue pill and I was like, that's not what I was expecting. And then I read the solution for day 23 and realized I made a mistake there. I think it wasn't super smart from a design perspective to actually like leave that peel off kind of film set, especially in day 23 when you're actually messing up with the film set, when there is written like film set on the clue, and if you don't understand that that's a 2 or 42, you're gonna end up messing up with the film set somehow, and that's what happened to me. Let me know if that happened to you too, because I'm curious to know if I was the only one super dumb that did this, or if it's kind of common. Also because day 23 was a little bit tough to understand if you didn't realize that you should actually cut the advent calendar and open a door in the back, right? Anyways, at the end of this video, we're also gonna find out about the blue pill, and we're also gonna find out about the door, what's behind the door that was never marked and was never opened. So I'm also curious about that now. So stick around. Now let's read the conclusion and let's end the journey. It is now time to read the conclusion. After that, we're gonna find out what is behind the door that we never opened, but also what happens with the blue pill, because I'm curious about both of them. But for now, let's just read the conclusion and see how the story ends. If you don't want to hear the conclusion, you can just skip ahead with the timestamps in the description. You widen your eyes in surprise, gasping at the fully occupied rows of velvet chairs. On the opposite side of the hall is a stage framed by two imposing golden statues. Two stunning older ladies who look eerily similar stand in front of a microphone. As they see you, they break out in huge smiles. One of the two calls over the row of spectators. Here comes our long-awaited guest, our most precious discovery. Come on, come and join us on the stage. It's time for your moment in the spotlight. As she speaks, everyone in the audience turns to you. Many pull out their mobile phones and take photos or videos. Yet again, you wonder if there is a mix-up here. You've got to figure this out now. You step forward, dazed. The closer you get to the two ladies, the better you can see their faces. Wait a moment, one of them is the silver-haired woman from the lightning department, the kidnapped leading lady. You have finally found her. Relief floods through you as you rush to her on stage. Are you okay? You ask worried. Oh darling, I've never felt better. The lady chirps happily and turns to the second lady. We are doing great, aren't we, Louise? Excellent, Helma, confirms the addressee. Then she looks at you. You did a wonderful job. We had high expectations, but you have surpassed them by far. You look at her in amazement and ask, and you are? The crowd laughs in disbelief. The ladies look deliciously amused. One of them performs a little bow and says with a beaming smile, we are Thelma and Louise Werner, better known as the Werner sisters. We own these humble halls. Your jaw drops and you blush with embarrassment, but the Werner sisters don't seem to be annoyed with you for not recognizing them right away. Louise claps her hand enthusiastically. This is what makes you so great, this naturalness, this independence of spirit, big cinema draw. Huge! You don't understand what's going on here. Neither of these ladies act if they have been exposed by any sort of danger in the last few hours, but... You stammer, looking at Thelma, but you were being held captive and threatened by a man named Louise. The crowd laughs. You must have misunderstood something, honey. Thelma enlightens you. Then she hesitates. Oh, I understand. You may have thought I was talking about Louise when I was actually talking about my twin sister, Louise. But I assure you, at no point did she hold me captive or threaten me, she giggles. Louise affirms, no, not at all. Thelma and I just weren't entirely in agreement about the extent to which we should intervene in the plot of the film. I thought it best to just leave you to it. I wanted to provide an exciting initial scenario and then relax and see where you went with it. With your creativity and your ability to express yourself as an actor, I was sure you would conjure up something extraordinary. The more we left you to your own devices, the better. I, on the other hand, Thelma now interrupts, had a strong urge to help you here and there. After all, it's your debut. That's why I was in the lighting department and later spoke to you over the speaker. But I tried to keep both things a secret from Louise because she was firmly against it. Louise jiggles. In the end, it was the mix of both that made it special. Both ladies seem very satisfied. The result is just great. You look from one to the other and back again. But the Christmas movie, this is also confusing if you are not the main character of the film, who... The lady is now laughing exuberantly, then Thelma grabs your arm, visibly moved. You are our main character, sweetie. Suddenly solemn, she turns to the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, applause for the new Hollywood star. The jubilation in the hall that follows these words is overwhelming. After the crowd applauds you extensively and countless photos of you and the Werner sister are taken, the stage slowly fills up with people from the audience. They are staff who worked on the Christmas film, sound engineers, camera operators, set builders, props managers. They all pat you on the back enthusiastically and congratulate you. The man in the beret heads towards you and hugs you warmly. You learn that he is the director of the film. Man, am I glad you decided to take the red pill, he says, otherwise I would have only got half the fee. I'm so curious to see what's behind the blue pill. Much later, when the party on stage is well underway, the Werner sisters take you aside and tell you the rest of the story over a cool drink. Months ago, we developed an innovative film concept in which the main character themselves largely determines the plot and is filmed by hidden cameras without being aware of it. The protagonist was sought, and after a special casting call, you were chosen. Of course, they couldn't tell you about it. That would have ruined everything. You vaguely remember signing a bunch of papers after the audition back then, including, among other things, a declaration of consent to participate in experimental projects. Little did you know, it's going to be a long night of partying, the best of your life. You can hardly believe that your personal Christmas miracle came true and that you have actually made your breakthrough in Hollywood. You have waited so long for this. In the early hours of morning, you leave the party, overwhelmed with joy. At the door, you turn around and wave to the film crew. Good night, and in case we don't see each other again, good morning, good day, and good evening. And Merry Christmas! Okay, so this is the ending of our journey into this Exit Advent Calendar. I hope you enjoyed this journey because I think some riddles were definitely fun. Some others were a little bit more frustrating, I must admit, but in the end, it works out. It's a pretty cool activity to do either alone or like in a couple of people, because then it gets too messy if it's too many people. But I would definitely be probably repurchasing the next year's advent calendar because I enjoyed it. It was very fun. I think it's money well spent, even though you can only play it once, but it's a cool Christmas activity. Now, unfortunately, I think I ruined a little bit the experience for me towards the ending. Day 23 and 24 confused me very much, and I'm a little bit sad that I did what I did, but I wasn't aware that I was ruining the game for myself or day 24 for me. So I kind of ruined the conclusion and the ending for me, which... I hope it's gonna be better next year and I don't mess up that much. I just want to remind you that I do a lot of playthroughs of board games, usually more complex than these, but not necessarily. And if you wanna subscribe to my channel, and I'd be immensely happy because you can follow along many of the games that I play, and I'm gonna make sure to explain what I'm doing while I'm doing it and to make the best possible content I can and let you discover some new cool board games. So, you know, also stay tuned for my top 2024 games that is gonna come out in a few days. So also I hope you're gonna be watching that because I'm excited to say what were my top 2024 games. And I just want to wish you Merry Christmas and also a Happy New Year, and that this 2025, see? I'm not ready. That this 2025 brings you a lot of good things, and also you get nice board games for Christmas from your friends, partners, family, wherever. Now it is time to check out the weird stuff that happened. Okay, so the blue pill, let's check out the blue pill, and let's check out the door that was never marked and never opened. So let's go ahead, check that out. Okay, let's start with the blue pill. Let's look at door 12 and let's look what's behind the blue pill. And it's basically saying the blue pill doesn't look at all threatening. You swallow it without further ado. turn the help book cover and open the back cover. Read page 57. So this is the help book. It says to turn the help book over. I said cover, but it was over. And open the back cover. Okay, so we open this and we're gonna read page 57, which is exactly this one. You toss and turn restlessly in your bed, and finally wake up from a crazy dream that you can only vaguely remember. It had something to do with movie sets. You had to find someone who needed your help. Totally bizarre. Apparently you slept very late, because today is Christmas Eve. To get in the mood, you go to the cinema and watch the new Christmas blockbuster. However, it's kind of boring and bland. Nothing that really appeals to you. The main character seems strangely uninspiring. Oh well. Oh, you don't need to open the remaining doors anymore, it's already Christmas. You can just throw away the rest of this stuff. All the best and happy holidays! So this would have ended our adventure sooner, halfway through. But there's a choice. Or you take the red pill from your bedside table and swallow it anyways. So this wasn't really a branching path. This was more like, you can choose the blue pill, it's the wrong choice, go back and take the red pill. Now, before we end our series, it is time to open this door and see what's behind the last door that we never opened. I'm very curious. It's probably empty, or it's gonna say like you did something wrong. Oh, there is something. There is something inside. It is barred here. And it says something like, there are good reasons why this movie set was locked, but you couldn't contain your curiosity. As a punishment, you now have to watch the film Cats for all eternity. You really deserve the Dipstick Award. Is the movie Cats so bad? There is Taylor Swift in it. And the soundtrack, called Beautiful Ghost, is amazing. I never watched it, but why is everybody hating on Cats so much? This is so funny. They knew we would open it. They knew. Let's look inside the room, just for fun. So this is truly empty, and it just says, stay away. We haven't listened, we just wanted to open it, and now we're gonna pay our consequences by watching Cats for the rest of our lives. And this was truly all for our series. I hope you had fun. I hope you understood that I had fun solving these riddles. And now I'm gonna go watch Cats for the rest of eternity, because I opened the door that I shouldn't have opened. So that's on me. You don't need to do that. Apparently it's a horrible game that won the Razzie Awards. That was kind of like the awards for the worst films that year. So, you know, it's a punishment. It's a punishment for being too curious. Thank you very much for watching. Again, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And finally, ciao ciao!